Inspire.
Helen Keller was a deaf and blind woman who, despite her disabilities, became a renowned author, political activist, and educator. Despite the challenges she faced, Keller learned to read and write, and even learned several languages. She became an advocate for people with disabilities, and her determination and perseverance continue to inspire people today. Christopher Reeve was an actor best known for playing Superman in the movies. In 1995, Reeve was paralyzed from the neck down in a horseback riding accident. Despite his injuries, Reeve became an advocate for people with spinal cord injuries and raised millions of dollars for research. He also continued to act, directing and producing several films. Reeve's determination and positive attitude inspired many people. Nelson Mandela was a political leader in South Africa who was imprisoned for 27 years for his activism against the country's apartheid government. After his release, Mandela became the country's first black president, and worked to reconcile the country and promote peace and democracy. Mandela's perseverance and commitment to justice inspired many people around the world. Oprah Winfrey. Oprah was born into poverty and experienced abuse and trauma as a child. She went on to become a successful media executive, television host, actress, and philanthropist. J.K. Rowling. Rowling struggled with depression and financial difficulties before writing the Harry Potter series, which became a global phenomenon. Elon Musk. Musk grew up in South Africa and immigrated to the United States as a young adult. He faced numerous setbacks in his early career, but went on to found SpaceX and Tesla, becoming one of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world. Howard Schultz. Schultz grew up in public housing in Brooklyn and worked his way up to become the CEO of Starbucks, turning it into a global brand. Sam Walton. Walton grew up in rural Missouri and went on to found Walmart, which became one of the largest and most successful retailers in the world. Steve Jobs. Jobs was adopted as a baby and dropped out of college before co-founding Apple and becoming one of the most successful business leaders in history. Larry Page. Page grew up in Michigan and co-founded Google, which has become one of the most successful and influential companies in the world. Mark Zuckerberg. Zuckerberg grew up in New York and went on to create Facebook, which has become a major platform for social interaction and communication. Sir Richard Branson. Branson left school at 16 and went on to found the Virgin Group, which now includes over 400 companies in various industries. Tony Robbins. Robbins grew up in poverty and experienced abuse and trauma as a child. He went on to become a successful self-help author and motivational speaker. Ben and Jerry. Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenfield were childhood friends who started their own ice cream company in Vermont, despite having no formal business training. Today, Ben and Jerry's is a well-known and beloved brand. Rags to riches. This is the story of a racehorse who was born into humble circumstances but went on to win the Belmont Stakes, one of the most prestigious races in the world. Ray Kroc. Kroc was a struggling salesman before he met the founders of McDonald's and turned their small hamburger chain into a global fast food giant. Coco. Chanel. Chanel was orphaned at a young age and had a difficult childhood before becoming a successful fashion designer and founding the Chanel brand. Christopher Gardner. Gardner was homeless and struggling to provide for his young son before becoming a successful stockbroker and inspiring the movie and quote, The Pursuit of Happiness, and quote. Ralph Lauren. Lauren grew up in the Bronx and worked as a salesperson before starting his own fashion company and becoming a successful designer and business leader. Estee Lauder. Lauder was born in Hungary and immigrated to the United States as a child. She went on to co-found the Estee Lauder Companies, a global cosmetics and fragrance company. Madam C.J. Walker. Walker was the first African American woman to become a self-made millionaire in the United States. She started her own beauty and haircare products company and became a successful businesswoman and philanthropist. John D. Rockefeller. Rockefeller grew up in poverty and worked his way up to become one of the wealthiest and most successful businessmen in history, founding Standard Oil and becoming a major philanthropist. Sarah Blakely. Blakely started her own business, Spanx, from her apartment with just $5,000 in savings. Today, Spanx is a successful and well-known brand. Colonel Sanders. Sanders was a struggling salesman and cook in his 60s when he developed the recipe for Kentucky Fried Chicken, KFC. He went on to build a successful fast food chain that is now a global brand. Walt Disney. Disney was fired from a job as a newspaper editor and struggled with several failed business ventures before founding the Walt Disney Company and becoming a successful animator, filmmaker, and entertainment executive. Henry Ford. Ford grew up on a farm and worked as a machinist before founding the Ford Motor Company and revolutionizing the automotive industry with the assembly line. Sam Malone. Malone is a fictional character from the TV show and Quat, Cheers, and Quat, but his story is based on the real-life experiences of actor Ted Danson. In the show, Malone is a former baseball player who starts a new career as a bartender after his sports career ends. Sheldon Cooper. Cooper is a fictional character from the TV show and Quat, The Big Bang Theory, and Quat, but his story is often used as an example of someone who has achieved success despite facing challenges. In the show, Cooper is a brilliant but socially awkward physicist who becomes a successful scientist and university professor. Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln was born into poverty and had limited formal education, but he went on to become one of the most important and influential presidents in United States history. Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhi was born in India and faced discrimination and prejudice because of his ethnicity and religion. He became a leader in the Indian independence movement and used nonviolence and civil disobedience to achieve change. Mother Teresa. Teresa was born in Albania and became a nun at a young age. She dedicated her life to helping the poor and sick in India and became a widely respected and admired figure for her humanitarian work. Martin Luther King Jr. King was an African American civil rights leader who fought for racial equality and social justice in the United States. He faced numerous challenges and dangers in his activism, but ultimately helped to bring about significant changes in the country. Bruce Lee. Lee was a Chinese-American actor, martial artist, and philosopher who faced discrimination and challenges in his career due to his ethnicity. He became a successful and influential figure in the film and martial arts industries. Albert Einstein. Einstein was a German-born physicist who faced discrimination and persecution because of his Jewish heritage. He made significant contributions to the field of physics and became one of the most well-known and respected scientists in history. Marie Curie. Curie was a Polish-born scientist who faced numerous challenges as a woman in a male-dominated field. She made groundbreaking discoveries in the fields of physics and chemistry and was the first woman to win a Nobel Prize. Aung San Suu Kyi. Suu Kyi is a Burmese politician and human rights activist who faced numerous challenges and dangers in her efforts to bring democracy and reform to her country. She won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1991 and has continued to work for change in Myanmar. Steve Irwin. Irwin was an Australian wildlife expert and television personality who faced numerous challenges and dangers in his work with animals. He became a popular and beloved figure for his enthusiasm and dedication to Conservation. Abdul Kalam. Kalam was born into a poor family in India and struggled financially in his early life. He went on to become an accomplished scientist and served as the President of India. He is widely respected and admired for his contributions to science and technology, as well as his leadership and service to his country. Sachin Tendulkar. Tendulkar is a former Indian cricketer who faced numerous challenges and setbacks in his career, including injuries and pressure to perform. He went on to become one of the most successful and respected cricketers in the world, breaking numerous records and helping to lead India to victory in numerous tournaments. Leonardo da Vinci. Da Vinci was an Italian Renaissance artist, scientist, and inventor who faced numerous challenges and setbacks in his career, including financial struggles and rejection by the art establishment. Despite these challenges, he became a successful and influential figure in the fields of art, science, and engineering. Christopher Columbus. Columbus was an Italian explorer who faced numerous challenges and obstacles in his efforts to sail west across the Atlantic Ocean to reach the East Indies. He is credited with discovering America, and his expeditions helped to open up new trade routes and bring about significant changes in the world. Joan of Arc. Joan of Arc was a French military leader and national hero who faced numerous challenges and setbacks in her career, including gender discrimination and accusations of heresy. Despite these challenges, she became a successful and influential figure in the 100 Years' War and is widely respected and admired for her leadership and bravery. Microwave oven. The microwave oven was invented in 1945 by Percy Spencer, a radar technician, when he noticed that microwaves from a radar magnetron were melting a chocolate bar in his pocket. He realized that microwaves could be used to cook food and went on to invent the microwave oven. Penicillin. Penicillin was discovered in 1928 by Alexander Fleming, a Scottish bacteriologist, when he noticed that a mold growing in his laboratory had accidentally killed some bacteria. He isolated the mold and discovered that it produced a substance that was effective at killing bacteria, leading to the development of penicillin as an antibiotic. Stephen Hawking. Hawking was a renowned theoretical physicist and cosmologist who made significant contributions to the field of science despite facing challenges, including a diagnosis of Lou Gehrig's disease at the age of 21. Despite being confined to a wheelchair and unable to speak without the aid of a computer, he continued to work and write about his theories, becoming one of the most celebrated scientists in history. J.R. Martinez. Martinez is an actor, motivational speaker, and former U.S. Army soldier who was severely injured in 2003 when his vehicle hit a landmine in Iraq. He suffered burns to over 40% of his body and spent 34 months in recovery. Despite these challenges, he persevered and went on to become a successful actor, author, and public speaker. Nick Vujicic. Vujicic is a motivational speaker and evangelist who was born without limbs. Despite this challenge, he has learned to live a full and independent life and has become an inspiration to many people around the world. Lizzie Velasquez. Velasquez is an author and motivational speaker who was born with a rare genetic condition that prevents her from gaining weight. Despite facing bullying and discrimination, she has become a successful public speaker and advocate for anti-bullying initiatives. Walt Disney. The founder of the Walt Disney Company faced many challenges in his early career, including financial struggles and the failure of several businesses. Despite these setbacks, he persevered and went on to create one of the most successful entertainment companies in the world. Albert Einstein. Einstein faced many challenges, in his early life, including poor grades and being expelled from school. Despite these setbacks, he went on to become one of the most influential and brilliant scientists of all time. Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln faced many challenges in his life, including financial struggles and the loss of several loved ones. Despite these challenges, he went on to become one of the greatest presidents in American history and played a crucial role in ending slavery in the United States. These stories show that with determination, hard work, and perseverance, it is possible to overcome challenges and achieve great things, no matter where you start from. Please subscribe to see more videos. Thank you.